This portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Welcome back to the Bahamas tonight. Government taking steps to break the back of crime as it's pushing for tougher crime laws. During debate in the lower house last evening, Tall Pines MP Leslie Miller made another call for capital punishment to be enforced, saying an eye for an eye.
He says no matter how many programs are created, they will not work, and urge government to do what is right for Bahamians and to restore safety to the country.
These are the sort of times that enables us as lawmakers to do extraordinary things to protect and enhance the welfare of our people. We have a duty to do so. And we should be committed in enforcing the law to the fullest extent. If you take a life, prepare yours to be taken if you're found guilty of those crimes of taking a life. But knowing, Mr. Speaker, that it's not going to happen in our lifetime, the butchering, the carnage will continue.
That he fully supports the compendium of bills, adding that the country has a long way to go to tackle the scourge of crime. The Tall Pines MP also questioned why laws are on the books if they're not going to be followed.
The rules are right there. But we got to go back to the drawing board. To do what? To do what? To talk about it? To implement new strategies, and our people are still being butchered. If you implement the laws of our country, Mr. Speaker, I believe you will see a difference. Mr. Speaker, you know, I saw a quote once, read a quote that says, you know, the man who really wants to do something, he finds a way, you know. The man who really wants to do something finds a way.
Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama Nico Grant says he is disturbed that crime continues unabated, with two murders recorded on Monday and Tuesday in less than 48 hours, and then questioned what has happened to government's Operation Ceasefire. Grant was the only member of the Free National Movement contributing to the Administration of Justice Bill's debate on Wednesday evening, this after sharing that the opposition had no further speakers. The MP, who says he believes too many guns are on the streets of the Bahamas, also questioned the efficiency of the gun court.
Which urges me to ask the question, is the gun court functioning as it should or was intended to? You know, Mr. Speaker, the gun court was intended to cause speedy trials of those charged with unlawful gun possession. And I'm not a lawyer, and so I pose the question, what is the reason for the lengthy adjournments or delays? If there's sufficient evidence to charge a person, what prevents the trial from proceeding there and then?
Grant also questioned the true murder count for 2014 and asked when evidence of government's highly touted swift justice would turn up, as there is still no closure in the case of the fire earlier this year of the family that left a family of 6 dead, he said. Grant added it is unfair, in his words, to scores of families who are unable to bring closure to their lives.
And while I support these bills, I'm not convinced that they will have the effect that are being promoted by them being presented. There's legislation now in place, enacted some 3 years ago, and I humbly submit that the legislation in place to fight crime be effectively administered.
Well, investigations into the oil spill near Clifton last week suggest that it was dumped into the water by a passing ship. Transport Minister Glenys Hannah Martin says many have blamed the Bahamas Electricity Corporation. However, that's not the case.
The oil emission is very likely, or is thought to be, the emissions from a vessel that was in the shipping lane that decided to discharge bilge into our beautiful waters. And it's a matter that's under investigation. We're hoping we can track the vessel if that is indeed the case. But the issue of Clifton Pier in general is an issue of concern. But I just wanted to clarify that particular issue, which got a significant amount of media exposure.
Mission Education Bahamas, a pilot program geared towards improving literacy, now has the backing of the Ministry of Education.
Education Minister Jerome Fitzgerald told parliamentarians that his ministry endorses the program, and the goal now is to place laptops in every primary school throughout the country.
Through a public-private partnership to raise $1 million over the next 18 months so that we can put laptops in every public school in the Bahamas and install the Tune into Reading software. The Savusas family has already spent over $250,000 on this initiative through the purchase of software rights, which the ministry has used free of charge and will continue to use free of charge in the future.
The technology-based software program called Tune into Reading reportedly uses the method of melodic learning using key elements of singing. Minister Fitzgerald called on colleagues to assist him in empowering our nation's children.
These laptops, when fully equipped with headphones, cost about $600 each. Therefore, 10 laptops are $6,000, 20, 12, 30, 18,000, and 40, 24,000. I am asking members to contribute out of their constituency allowance in this budget year at least 20 laptops for a cost of $12,000 for public primary school in their constituency.
VAT is fast approaching, and Bahamians only have a few more weeks before dishing out a few more dollars in taxes. In light of this, the Bahamas Institute of Chartered Accountants wants to ensure that Bahamians understand how the process will work.
Today, the group held a seminar at the Melia Resort. Officials say now that the VAT bill has been passed in Parliament, they're looking to dispel a few misconceptions surrounding the new tax. They also sought to emphasize the importance of proper record keeping.
One of the major misconceptions that VAT is a cost to a business. And what we're hoping is that by what we've done today, it's going to become clear that VAT is indeed a consumer tax, and that businesses are just vehicles through which that tax is collected. And I think that is what has created a significant amount of the discourse, a significant level of misunderstanding within the general community with regard to VAT.
It will be essential for all businesses to have proper books and records. As one of the presenters indicated, it doesn't mean that you have to have sophisticated records, but you certainly have to have records of what you're selling or the service you're providing, and also your expenses. It will be important to keep a record of those, because otherwise you will not be able to receive the benefit of the tax input that you've paid.
Well, Financial Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, John Roll, gave an update on the registration process since the bill was passed.
Right now, we are moving into the phase where we gotta have the one-on-one interaction with the very large, at a minimum, the top 100 businesses, going out and collecting their information manually, and then we're going to be putting them into our system. We're also at the stage now where we're starting to collect the information on government agencies and entities, including the government corporations, having them properly enrolled in the system. For other businesses, we will be putting out the VAT registration form, the paper version. We're not asking that they submit those to us at the moment, but that they actually use it to collect all of the information that needs to go into the database. And when the self-service is available, they can very quickly go in and enter the information and be enrolled in a matter of minutes.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.